Hey duckies, Pumpkin here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm covering something very exciting, which is, as you probably guessed from the video title, my Hobonichi Haul for my planning and journaling year for 2023. I spend a good chunk of money, but most importantly, a lot of time trying to pick things out that I would enjoy. A lot of planning and saving up goes into my Hobonichi order every year. So even though the bill can be big, at the end of the year when we've already planned and saved for it, it's not it doesn't hurt as much as it should. I did get quite a bit of stuff. It came in a big box, like I'm talking a big box, and I had to get help. The FedEx guy helped me like kind of drag it inside because I'm not that strong. But there is so much in such well packaged bubble wrap and plastic that since I don't like the plastic sound and I'm the one who has to do a second words, I gotta edit this stuff. Even though I don't do a lot of editing, I absolutely hate the sound of plastic. It makes my stomach physically churn. So I got all of the plastic off, or at least most of it. But I haven't really looked inside. I haven't really, I didn't spend a lot of time enjoying and kind of looking at and opening all of that. I just kind of got all the loud, nasty stuff off and put it in the bags that either came free with it, like this 2023 bag, or that I bought. These two. So I can have an easier time of showing y'all now. So I want to get into it. But first, let's get the elephant out of the room. I have never read this book before, and I can't tell you what this book is called, but what I can tell you is that I bought it, and I can't say no to an elephant stuffy whose head swivels. Look at this. Just look anywhere. I love it so much. Sorry. So let's just put him over there. Right. There you go. And I want to look through kind of the biggest stuff first, and then get to everything else later. This is a free bag that you get when you purchase specific items. For the life of me, I can't remember what, but it fits B5 or semi B5 notebooks in here. There we go. So it fit all of this in here pretty easily. And I want to get this out of the way. This is a children's book. Since I am learning Japanese and I'm in my very early stages, I've been looking for, well, not actively, but I've been hoping to find a good children's book that I could use as practice to help remember my hiragana better. And I figured, since elephants are really cool, and this was a good opportunity, so I took it. And hopefully one day I will be able to read this. Hopefully that one day comes before the end of next year. It's one of my goals. Moving on, I got these semi B5 notebooks. I haven't actually looked inside. Oh, I like these. I am using quite a few of these for some other stuff on my what is now my other desk, for various themed journals, like journaling about movies and shows I watch and all of that fun stuff. And I wanted a few more as backup. So this is the bag in its entirety. On the inside, let's get you a good view. There's a quote, and it says, "Today is the only day the me I am right now will ever exist. I want to keep a record of that so the me in the future won't forget them. I love this. I love this so much. This, I haven't heard that quote before, but it's basically the motivation behind why I journal so heavily, and over so many things. Like, just about everything I do, I journal about. And if I don't, I plan for it to not be journaled about, if that makes sense. So let's fold this up all nice and neat, put this off to the side, and get to this bag next. As you could tell, this is carrying a bit more. This is one of those small gift bags. I got one last year because I gifted my partner a Hobonichi Weekly plus like a case and, you know, like the whole kit and caboodle to kind of get started with Hobonichi, and they absolutely loved it. And I got to keep the bag. And that was my only point. Like, hey, I'll get you all this stuff, and I'm happy to. Just give me the gift bag back, because I use a lot of little small bags all around my desk to kind of contain all my miscellaneous stuff that I need. So, that being said, oh, wait, no, I forgot. Let's see if the tag says Happy Nothing Special Day. Happy Special Something Day, too. I absolutely love it. So cute. Very well made. And I know, there's the core of my orders in here. And I can't remember exactly how I put it in here. I was careful putting it in, I know that much. Alright. Here we go. All of that's done. Fold this up. It's nice and plain on the inside. There we go. It's opaque. So even though you see all of the colors here, it didn't show through the bag. So if you wanted to give someone Hobonichi but were unsure about the bags, I absolutely adore them, and I do recommend them for gifts because it could be reused if you let the gift receiver keep them. It could be reused quite extensively because it's a nice, sturdy, well-made bag. Alright, and let's figure out the mess I just made. So, I've chosen this design for the 2023 weekly. Last year, let me actually get these out for you. And I'm moving off camera, but you can't see. The camera's probably moving, you can tell. Alright. Oh, and I just dropped something. That's fine. Pick that up later. So this is what I got for this for this coming year, and this is what I got last year. I grew up. I remember being in grade school watching Inuyasha, like on actual cable TV, and loving it. I mean, I haven't actually ever finished the series, and I know there's a sequel out. So I've been, I decided to read the manga this time, and get the manga omnibuses and work my way up to it, and then watch the sequel when I'm done with that. But this is what I've been using for my weekly. And what I'll do, you can see my little attempted code here, is I'll take this cover off and put it on this one when it's finally time to switch over. And on the side, you can tell I have some, I don't know what are these called, little tabs. And I didn't get the same ones this year. I decided, there's two of them around here, there we go. I decided to get these to see if they stay a little bit more put, because these stick out pretty far. And as you'll see in my Hobonichi that I'll show you shortly for this one, sure, just take up in the middle of a sentence. And I'll show you for the Hobonichi that for this one, excuse me, that these tabs, beautiful. They were pretty easy to put in, all things considered, but I bent them so bad and it doesn't look good. So this was for 2022, this is for 2023. I'm really looking forward to using this. I like the texture, very classic book texture on the front, and it came with this stuff, but it's a very standard Hobonichi for a weekly. You get the year overview. I'm not going to go too depth into this because there are way better videos covering this. They get the yearly overview, and then you get each month. So it starts with the last month of December and goes, let's see, we got 10, and it goes for a few months, at least in the calendar. So you see the first month of 24. So you get the monthlies all in one place, and then you just get a bunch of these, which is the weekly on one page and then a blank page with a slight divider to kind of do whatever you want with it. Let's see if I got a page I can show you out of mine. Hold on. I don't have anything because when I use both sides, the main thing I use the weeks for is specific planning out for the day. So this day I either will do or have done this. Then on this side, it's either notes for the next week. The main use where that typically takes up the whole page is when I'm trying to plan out my budget or prioritize my spending or whatever have you. And that's like the main use. Of course, I plan the videos and stuff, but it's more typically this side is left blank and then this side is used unless I have to budget or figure something out, really. So moving on from there, there's a bunch of stuff in the back. They have tables. They have a whole section of blank paper with that little divider. I don't know if you can see it that well. And then at the end, they have a whole bunch of stuff. They have, let me actually commit to flipping a page. Yeah, alright, so they have a My 100 to list 100 things you've done, whatever you want with this. I don't quite know. I might use this for new words learned since I'm learning Japanese, but I'm also learning Spanish. I might use this for like 100 words learned throughout the year, and I think I'll be able to fill it up that way. They also have these useful things, and I can't read the Japanese yet, but I can tell that these are for measurements. So when I do this, it's this long, and this, it's this long, and whatever have you. So then if you want to like rough measure things, you can tell at an easier glance what you got going on. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm sure you've seen these pages tons of times in all the other Hobonichi videos. And that's it for the Hobonichi. I'm really looking forward to a nice calm cover because last year's, even though I love Inuyasha, this is very busy. This is almost a little bit too busy for me because my eyes are big babies and they're very gentle in particular, and I love looking at this, but I could barely enjoy the cover because of how busy the shine was on the front. I'm not sure if other people had that struggle too. I'm pretty sure it's just a me thing. But that's why I chose something a little bit plainer this year, so I can give my poor little eyes a rest. And let's see, we went over the weekly, and we went over these. And I got a page, what do you call these? A page backer. So in a page, you could put this behind it and write on it and not have any imprints or anything go to the page underneath. I needed another, what is these, A6? I need another A6 one of these because I tend to just be like, alright, I'm going to use this and I'll put this in, I don't know, the monthly section, and then it doesn't move. I'm like, oh, I need it now for this, and then I'm like, oh, crap. So then this is hopefully going to fix that. I got in a blank A6. I saw someone who used this as a commonplace journal, and I already have a commonplace journal, but I wanted to basically see what the notebook was like for myself and just get a feel for it and potentially use it in the future. I don't have a planned use, but I mean, with this size and all of that, and Hobonichi has good paper. This Tomoe River paper, I don't know, very fancy paper. You can't really go wrong with using this, which is why I got it. And to cover this, you see? So it's a nice backer. So say if you write harder, or you're worried about leaving an imprint or ghosting or whatever have you onto the page below this, that's what these are for. I like it because it gives me a nice sturdy writing surface that's not just worn paper underneath it that can be kind of squishy. And alright, so that's that and this. Put that in the pile, nice and neat. Then I got one of these. This is a bookmark, or they sell them as bookmarks, but I use them as, I'll show you, I use it to keep my Hobonichi closed, which is not the recommended method because it leaves an imprint, and this is what I'm talking about. It bends these. Like if I'm not careful, it'll bend this one up. You gotta be a little bit more careful about when I close it. I think the intended way to close it is to like use a pen and put it through these, but I don't use the same pen all of the time, and I also use multiple different pens at once. Let's see if I can show you. So the main use for this, which it was more productive before, but lately it's just been a bunch of Wordles, and I've been really enjoying having a dedicated space for my Wordles. And yeah, other people use their Hobonichis for more productive or prettier things, or actually using it as like the timed list for the day and the to-dos and whatever have you. I don't have a lot going on, but I also love journaling, and this gives me a good place to put my Wordles for the day, where it's already pre-dated, it's all nice, and I could always use this area for more productive stuff in the future. I just kind of use the Wordles as a space filler. But this is what I mean. I use different markers and all of that, and they don't really bleed through at all. There's a little bit of ghosting, but I mean that's pretty normal for paper. I like seeing like how you could see like the background of my writing on the other page. I like seeing that because then it reminds me that I've been using this notebook, and it just makes me have a moment of appreciation for this notebook as a whole. So that's that. That's also what I used this for, which is why we got here in the first place. And I wanted one for the weeklies. So I got one. And since I've shown you this, this is, by the way, my current Hobonichi. It's an A6 original. I can't remember if it's a Monday start or not. I don't think it is. Oh, this is my failed key. Not failed, but kind of forgot about it. Let's see. Oh, Sunday start. The next one I have is a Monday start. But this is the cover I've been using. I love it to bits. It's very nice. I may use this again in the future. But as you could kind of see here, I have a different one. Now this is a cover on cover and the original cover as well. I love the texture of this existing cover, but I was really worried about the corners coming up over use. So I got a cover on cover so I can cover my cover. But this cover I got here we go. So this is the cover I got. It's a very nice, clean, plain orange. And it's not like a bright orange. It's not like a in-your-face neon pumpkin orange. It's just a nice, casual, chill orange. And I love it. I absolutely love orange. It's part of the reason why I love pumpkin so much. You could probably see I got pumpkin stuff a little bit of everywhere around here. And or at least orange stuff. It brings me a lot of joy. And since the original cover I wanted, that was black, like a grayscale plus the orange of a candle pattern on here, I absolutely loved it. I did not put my order in early enough, and they did sold out. And the site said they do not plan to restock, and I didn't want to go through the hassle of buying and worrying about getting the cover in like reselling, so like on eBay or whatever have you. So this is the one I chose. Very nice. It's like a bright spring green, but it's not a neon let me hurt your eyes green, which I do appreciate. And I was actually a little worried about the brightness of this color, but I decided to trust Hobonichi because they do know what they're doing, unlike me. Then for the cover on cover, since I have, let me focus. I can only do one thing at a time apparently. There we go. For the cover on cover, since I have such a plain original cover, I decided to try something new and get the light stripes this time. And I'm glad I did. This is very nice. It's calming. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And this is... I want to get to this last. This is my new Hobonichi. You see, I haven't opened it. It's one of the few things I haven't opened. I wanted to do that on camera. The next thing I got is this weekly little tiny notebook for 2023. It's not quite an A6. It's really small. I got this because even though my partner loves Hobonichi, they haven't put in their order for stuff for Hobonichi for the new year yet. And if they did by now, it would come in after the new year started. And I figured since I'm putting my order in, we could try something new, and I could give this to them to see if they like it either as a replacement or as a in the meantime kind of thing, whatever have you. It was like $5, I think, so I'm pretty eager to know how if they like it, and if they do, how they use it. But if they don't like it, it was only a couple bucks, so I'm not too mad about it. It goes straight into the 2023 year overview, and then outside of that starts in 2022, the last week, and it's just this is all it is, just kind of like a perpetual weekly. That's it. And if I remember right, yeah, there's just a few blank pages in the back, and then that's it. Really no nonsense, very simple, very small, very easy to port around. And my partner definitely has a lot more going on in his life than I do, so I'm hoping that he likes this. We'll see though. So that, this has been upside down the whole time. I'm sorry. I got some fun cut scissors that cut in a pattern like this. No real reason why. I liked how colorful they were, and I don't have any funky patterned scissors, so I figured, well, why not? Might as well be fun. And since I'm talking about fun, this looks, it's upside down. This looks very fancy, right? Like, should have a really nice pen. It is a piano ruler. That's it. That's all it is. When I first opened this, I'm like, what the heck did I get that causes the need for a whole nice box? It's this. It's just a very simple piano ruler, and I think the white keys are 1 centimeter. I got it because I like using straight lines or straight edges, but I wanted something that made me happy when I looked at it. And I was taught piano as a kid. I have retained none of the skill. I love the instrument. So I wanted to get something to kind of remember that with. Whew. Let me take a quick break, sip my hot chocolate. Alright. The next thing I wanted to look at and actually open with you is this. This is the A6 Hobonichi Original, Japanese language, Monday start, I believe. And I'm really eager, because I don't think it's come in like this exact packaging. This may be like a new packaging method, unless I just have a poor memory, so it's like an equal 50-50 for that. Very well secured. Let's get all the goodies out. Alright, so it comes with this, which I am not smart enough to read just yet. But, oh, I don't need to. These are test pages. So you can have like a little idea. Cute. Then it also comes with this, the life notebook. Hobonichi Techo. I think is actually called a Techo, not Techo. Techo. And this is cute. This came with the other stuff too. It is just a little piece of paper on what they sell, how some use it. That's cute. Wish I could read it. Alright. And this is my Hobonichi Techo for 2023. Very excited about it. Last year, as you saw, I got a Sunday start. This is a Monday start because I like my weekend days right next to each other. And I have a little bit more of a plan on how I want to use like each part, like how I would like to use this part of the Hobonichi, and you know, what are my plans for this and all of that. Because I've realized that if I don't go in with specific plans, then the whole book will just look blank like this. This will be the whole thing, and every now and then there'll be like a wordle or something on it. So I wanted to change that and actually have a plan. I forgot to look. Did I actually get the Mondays like I thought I did? I did. Awesome. Perfect. Love that. So this is it. I'm very excited. And with some good little goodies. And this packaging I kept to open on camera because it's not entirely plastic and really loud and all of that. So I just wanted to at least have some part of the unboxing for y'all here. Go ahead and move all this. Let's do this over by Larry. And then, last but definitely not least, I got a bag. I get so much stationery stuff that I figured, you know what? I might as well spoil myself and get a Hobonichi bag. I didn't even see that. That's cool. I wonder what that's for. Is there one on the front? No. Maybe it's good for like a key ring or something. But anyways, sorry. One thing at a time. I got this in a nice light color. Kind of one that I like more. I was also thinking that in the future, if I met an artist who was familiar with this type, then I could commission some nice like pumpkin fields or something on it. Something I really enjoy. And it's a good size, as you could tell. On the back, there is a little slip here, and then the handle that you've seen me use, nice and secure. The front is secured with Velcro, which means I'm not going to be using this all the time, but I wanted a more long-term storage, and since I don't really like the sound of Velcro either, this is it. So let me open it up, and this is the rest of the goodies that I got. Oh, makes me so happy looking in here. You can tell this came in one of the other bags. Oh, save these. Of course, don't eat them. But then if you move, you can throw them in with important documents or I don't know, your shoes or something, and they'll wick moisture, which is their whole point and why I always find them in products, is to wick any moisture that come here so it doesn't ruin the product, or hopefully it doesn't ruin the product. So keep these, store them like in a nice little airtight jar so you can use them in the future and not have to worry about moisture ruining a thing. I love that. I have a whole jar of them. And this is where all my knickknacks. I kind of went a little bit crazy on it. I don't have any regrets. I do wish I had more thought behind any of these. Besides, ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that glue stick. I don't use glue sticks. But if Hobonichi sells the glue, then maybe it will work well with them. I don't know. Will I find out? I also don't know. It's like $1. And then I got some stamps, some cat and dog stamps. Do I own a dog? No. Do I wish I owned a dog? Yes. Was that enough reason for me to get a cat and dog stamp? Also yes, because I do have a cat, don't have a dog. Wish I had a dog, so now I have a stamp. So if I do get a dog and I need to journal about the dog, or I have like a specific like small little notebook dedicated to pet information, I can now have a stamp of a dog, because I don't know, that helps organization somehow. I don't think too hard about it. I got some more notepads. These look like they're translucent. Lots of fun. I got 2 designs, so I couldn't decide what to get, but I had to get this one because it was orange-ish. But I wanted this top one, even though I'm not a fan of like the pinks or reds. And then so much stuff in here. I got both versions of these stamps. There you go. Both versions of these stamps. I tried to get them last year, but they sold out too quickly. This year they're staying around for a little bit longer, and I'm very excited to use them and to test them out. I have not even like fully opened them yet. I just took them out of their plastic. But I'm really excited because I do like accessorizing any of my notes with stamps, and I especially love it if the stamps are on theme, or at least have the same vibe as whatever I'm journaling about or taking notes on or whatever have you. Ooh, so those are that. Then I got this. I have the other 2. I accidentally bought, there's a yellow one, a green one, and then this blue one. I accidentally bought 2 green ones and a yellow one instead of one of each last year. So this is me. There's one in each side. So there's one here, and then there's 1, 2, and 3 on the other side. I wanted to get the rest of the designs because I love the cat and the dog. It's really cute. Like I said, not a lot of thought. Let's get into these. I got, they sell 1 of each of these. And because, like I said, I went a little bit too crazy with my Hobonichi haul this time, I got 1 of each. It started off as I want to mark what kind of weather that it is, pretty simply. Oh, that's cool. I'll use this. And then, oh, this is cool. It'd be nice to mark things with a flag that are important. Look, it even has a little pointer finger. Like I said, not a lot of thought into this. That's cool. Well, if I got the other 2, I might as well get this one. I could use it to mark when I have a birthday or something. That's it. I thought that they came like each out individually. I'm not sure if they do or not. On the back, it doesn't quite look like. It looks like you just line up the square that you want and then press down and hope for the best. I will play with this off camera and see how the heck to use it, because I'm very bad at lining things up. that's that. We have some obvious things in the front, but if we're on stamps, I also got these 2 stamps. I've been using I got one more of these designs before, during last year, and I really enjoyed the whole thing. It's very long. I'm not quite sure why they made it so long, but it gives you a lot of good gripping space, so that's probably why they did it. And it's very nicely, very well made, really enjoyable. Got this design as well, and to highlight, to accent stuff that's spoken, or information or whatever have you. Very cute, very nice. Didn't mean to, I got too excited to unbox them. Oh well. Put that off to the side, and then we have these last 3 items, 2 of which are freebies. I believe one of them come with one word at a time. One of them came with the Hobonichi original, and I think the other one came with the weekly. I'm not entirely sure on that, but the freebies, like the bag and everything that I showed you, they're like auto-generated. They just automatically attach themselves onto a specific thing when you buy it, and you could tell if it comes with the freebie before you purchase it. Like when you're looking at the listing and going like, say, order now, and you have to click you're picking the specific thing that you want to purchase. It'll tell you if it comes with a freebie or not. And then last but not least, I got a little pen corrector. This is correction tape, but in a tiny, nice little point. So if I make little tiny errors, I don't have to have a whole rectangle of correction tape. And this is the inside of the bag that I got. There is 2 pockets up front that you've seen. It came with this attached to the, oh look, if I just looked, it is, okay. So this is what this is for. It is, hold on. When I get excited, I get bad at everything. And there you go, to hold the bag. So you can just have it open like this. That is so cool. Okay. Well, if I stopped and read this for a second, then I would have seen that. On the inside, it kind of goes through what you could use it for. It's got 3 slim pockets, and then they're pretty deep. Like they go, all of these go right to the bottom, and then nice clean inside for both of these sides. This is the same pocket. There is no pocket. Ooh. Don't mind me. Sorry about my speakers, but pocket goes between here, or between the 2 of them. This divider doesn't go all the way through, is what I'm trying to say. And that is it. I've made quite a mess of my desk, but it was well worth it to show y'all what I got. I hope you had fun. I'm curious to know how other people would use both the Hobonichi system, but like what I got. So if you do journal, or if you want to journal and you had these stamps, what do you think you would use them for? Because I could think my own thoughts all day long, and I would still not come up with new ideas that other people could also come up with, because different viewpoints and all of that is really important. And I know I don't really have a lot of subscribers, and my average view for videos is closer to 0 than it is to an actual number, but you never really know what the algorithm will do for you, so I wanted to do that. So before the buzzing of my speakers gets a little bit too annoying, I will call it here. Thank you so much for joining me on this little journey of mine, and I hope to see y'all in another video. Bye!